When I'm high, I kind of get to connect more with my inner self.
I find my muscles really relax a lot.
I just felt a lot more grounded, a lot more esoteric, a lot more connected with nature. I got into cannabis the way that most teenagers do, through a friend's older brother. The topic of cannabis was everywhere already. I just started high school. People are talking about it, you know it exists, and then it's only a matter of time until you have an opportunity to try it yourself.
When I tried weed the first time, I think I was around 14, 15 years old. I think it wasn't even weed, I think it was ash because it was more available at the time. At the beginning it was a bit weird, I didn't know how to deal with the high, you know. But in the end, I turned to get quite a like into it.
What I like about smoking weed is, I'm a classic overthinker, so it kind of calms my thoughts. I also have a lot of anxiety and it really helps with that. It also makes me feel a lot more creative. I'm an illustrator and I am also a graphic designer, and sometimes I get really great ideas when I'm either smoking or I've taken a little CBD.
In my job as a writer, I spend a lot of time online taking in abundance of information. I just found that smoking truly every day after work was as close as I could get to just calming down my brain. It became kind of like a habit or a ritual.
What I like a lot is to select albums of a music genre or a band that I still have to fully discover and just listen to a whole record. And I think it's really good to close your eyes and focus on the music. I also like to do yoga when I'm high.
There were moments in my life where I smoked too much, and I think that was really detrimental to my health and maybe also some of the people around me as well. And I think it has been really difficult to find a really nice relationship with weed. I've used it to kind of block emotions or, not deal with something and have used it in unhealthy ways.
So when I was younger, I would definitely smoke at least 1 gram per day for an extensive amount of time of my life. And then after a while, I started feeling that I wasn't myself anymore, that I wasn't as sharp as before, and I was really a bit in a different kind of state. So I started decreasing and use it really as a recreational kind of thing.
I would say about 4 or 5 years ago, all of the things that I used to gain from smoking cannabis, the opposite then happened. So instead of being patient, I would become more agitated. Instead of being relaxed, I became anxious. Instead of being social, I became introverted.
I was born with a chronic liver illness, and it never really affected my life very much at all. Being a young person, when you're trying all these different things, I kind of got a little carried away, and of course was faced with this decision. I think I just snapped into survival mode. Doctor says you can't do XYZ, so I just decided to stop all of it. When I reintroduced weed after that scare, I took extreme baby steps.
Well, I think that smoking is a kind of amplifier of your initial emotion. So when you approach smoking in a certain determined mood, like let's say you're anxious, this is not going to help you to stop being anxious or fix it in a while. In a way, it's just going to amplify the feeling that you're smoking with. There are many other substances that are legal, like alcohol, that of course they also have effects of alteration of your psychological state. But they're more tolerated, they're less stigmatized, and the point is you can definitely drink a beer in a park and nobody's gonna really look at you even if you're smoking a joint in a park. You don't want to be close to children, you don't want to, it's a different kind of environment.
It does feel like there's a bit of a stigma, and it does feel a little stressful sometimes when people find out that you smoke, because there's a lot of this, you know, negativity around it, which I understand, but I also think that it's, when done responsibly, it's not just harmless, but it can be really helpful.
If you could imagine that cannabis has been legal for, you know, however many years, and alcohol was illegal for the last 100 years, and now the debate was whether to legalize alcohol, and you think about all of the negative things that you know that alcohol can inflict, like, it's just, it doesn't make any sense.
I think that in the future it would be amazing if marijuana would be treated as alcohol and sold in really nice, organized shops like winery or alcohol shop, in which you can get in and you have somebody telling you which kind of weed you want to have, which kind of trip you want to have, which experiences are you looking for.
Where am I now with weed? I love going for a good boogie and like going for a good dance and bringing, you know, a joint. And I, every once in a while, I also really love CBD now. I think it's much healthier for me. So currently doing it less, but still, it's every once in a while. You know, it's like when you have a really nice whiskey or something. So special occasions and social settings that call for a little something extra.